Hello everybody and welcome to What the Hell is Going On, a new show where we'll be talking about gaming news or any kind of news that I feel like is worth talking about on a channel like this. Now, before we start, the two games I've got on at the moment is Enter the Gungeon and Rogue Legacy. Two games that I highly recommend that you check out, especially Rogue Legacy. That is a blast. And I made a review on them both, or one, or neither. I don't know. My schedule just seems to be more of a go with the flow kind of situation at the moment. But back to the news. We'll be talking about the new Call of Duty and Battlefield trailers and how I personally feel about them. So in case you're not aware at the moment, Infinity Ward has dropped a trailer for the new Call of Duty Infinite Warfare a few days ago, and a lot of people are quite pissed about it. And I say that is a bit of an understatement, because if you go onto their trailer on YouTube right now, there's like a million dislikes on that video, which is not a good number, and especially in a negative light, is not a good number. And a lot of people, especially people from EA and DICE, the developers and DICE as well, have been tweeting Infinity Ward and just chat shit and talking shit to them, basically, saying that oh, your game looks like it's been made from 2010, and just firing shots everywhere, all over the place. And to be honest, I'll talk about that. I'll talk about how I feel about that in a minute. But I want to praise it just for now, because it's doing just enough to keep my attention in two aspects. One of them is the space battles. Space battles look pretty cool. And if it's anything better than Star Wars Battlefront, then it's got my thumbs up on that. And the other thing is they are releasing Call of Duty Modern Warfare HD remaster, which is a remaster of the original game made in 2007, which kind of steamrolled this whole FPS fad. If you want to call it a fad, it's still going, but what the hell? Which is like the definitive game, basically. But this is kind of where my negatives come into it. Jumping from a positive to a negative, they are only releasing that game in a Legacy edition for what I think it's $79.99 anyway. It'll be a little bit less in the UK, but and it only comes bundled with Infinite Warfare. You can only get it if you buy Infinite Warfare, and I think it's only a digital download like through Infinite Warfare. So you have to buy the game that nobody likes in order to get the game that everybody wants. If that makes any sense, because people have been asking for like a HD remaster of Modern Warfare for years now, for goddamn so many years, because it's people are saying it's when Call of Duty was good, before they kind of moved from, I don't know, World War One, World War Two into this whole weird futuristic, running on walls, gunning and stuff like that, which to a casual player like me, it looks okay. I haven't played a Call of Duty game since the first Modern Warfare. I want to point that out. I played about halfway through of it, and it was alright, but I'm more of an FPS more of a third-person shooter guy myself. FPS has never really interested me. I'm more on the bandwagon of games like The Last of Us, Uncharted, Gears of War, just to mention a few. Stuff like Call of Duty never really interested me. I gave it a try. I'm sorry. Now you're probably thinking, oh, why would you have an opinion on something like this if you don't even like it? But that's exactly the point. If I didn't like the trailer, and if nobody else liked the trailer, they're supposed to be selling to a target audience like me. I've never played a Call of Duty game in like 9 years. Their demographic should be me. But I'm not interested, and the fans even aren't interested too. So, Infinity Ward, what's going on? What's going on? And jumping from one ship to the other, the new Battlefield trailer released a few days after that, and everybody is praising it. The graphics look so much better than Infinite Warfare, and yeah, it's like, and the gameplay looks great too. Like, it's harkening back to World War One, and it's being set in different locations. Like, one's in Arabia, another one's in I don't know, the World War One trenches, and it's bringing horses into the mix as well as like proper good like melee play, and it's got variety, and that's what Call of Duty desperately needs right now, because the sales have been plummeting for Call of Duty. It's still doing fantastic, but sales have been plummeting for ages, and I reckon Activision, and they're only doing this because they are only doing the whole bundling Modern Warfare Remastered with the Infinite Warfare is to boost sales. Because I've seen a lot of YouTubers that are absolutely really pissed about this business choice, and they've been going, "Oh, I'm so mad, but I'm still gonna get it." And people, that's exactly what they think. That's exactly what Activision are thinking. People say, "Ah, they'll buy it regardless, whatever." So it's, for a better word, it's cheeky. It's a really cheeky business practice that I don't know. I'm not gonna get the new Call of Duty game. You know, even if it's in fucking space, Mars, whatever. The only FPS I'll be really getting this year is Doom. Maybe if you count No Man's Sky as an FPS, but I see it more as an exploring game. So there. But Doom has got enough variety in it, and it's doing enough new things, and it's harkening back to those old days of the first Doom to keep me interested. And it reminds me a little bit of Gears of War with the whole chainsawing, the blood and guts, the monsters. We're fighting monsters instead of like fucking just, you know, another faceless Russian, or we're set in essence set in Iraq or some bullshit like that. I don't know, but people are getting sick and tired of just the same old shit from Call of Duty, and it is clear as day now. People are starting to finally get that fatigue of Call of Duty, and I just want to talk about that for a second. I feel like Call of Duty as a franchise is in real trouble right now. I feel like it is going through a bit of an identity crisis, or it needs some kind of new management involved to, you know, they need to go back to the drawing board. They need to take a year, 2 years off the franchise and give it a rest. Do what Ubisoft did with Assassin's Creed. They're not making an Assassin's Creed this year, and that's great. That's great. Everybody kind of wants that because they are happy. They are happy with what they've got, and these little tweaks and these little changes in the formula isn't enough to keep them afloat anymore. You know, people are getting sick and tired of it. They're finally starting to feel the FPS fatigue, because the market has been flooded with FPSs ever since Modern Warfare became popular, and people have been trying to recreate that magic, but some have succeeded, some have failed, and, you know, I don't know, we're going through this fad still, and we still are, and I feel like the same thing will happen to open world games, where the market has just been flooded with them for the past 2, 3, maybe even 4 years, and it's eventually going to catch up to that too. But right now, the FPSs and Call of Duty is in trouble. They need to go back to the drawing board. They need to take a year, 2 years off. Think of some new ideas. Think of ways to innovate the series and push it forward more. Take a risk. And I'm not a game designer or a game developer, and I'm not saying that it's easy, but I feel like Call of Duty needs a change. And it's going to be... I'm not a fan of the series, but it's going to be a shame when like it goes, or it dies, or it gets killed off because of some stupid business practices that they've been trying with this game. I mean, for crying out loud, it's as clear as day that they're trying to grab as much money off of people as they can because of the whole Modern Warfare Remastered bundled with Infinite Warfare. I don't know. People are just getting tired of it. My point is, they need to try something new. Battlefield 1 seems to be going in the right direction, but will it be enough for them? I don't know. This is the end of the video, I guess. Great way to end the video. I know I'm on a bit of a downer, but hey-o. So let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to either one of those games, what you'd like me to do next on What the Hell is Going On. Even if you like the series, What the Hell is Going On, let me know if maybe I can continue that forward. And I'll see you next time, guys, for another maybe Dark Souls, maybe review, maybe another What the Hell is Going On. Completely random on this show. Keep going with the flow, and the flow keeps going. Take care. Bye for now.